Hello, everybody out there in the internet. Welcome to AimlessPodcast.com, episode 196. I'm Ticketmaster, joined by
Tiger Fox
and Gamer12.
So yeah, this week
we're short-handed.
Our lineup for segments will be first segment, which we've been playing. Second segment, final word on E3 stuff, and then no news really, since E3 is kind of like the big thing lately, and hasn't been any like, yeah, that's like the big explosion.
Yep.
So.
News explosion!
So yeah, Tiger Fox, take it away.
So what I've been playing? Guess. Just guess. Anybody.
Star Wars: The Old Republic.
How did you know?
Oh my god, I'm shocked.
Yeah, that's what I've been playing. The latest updates, we've been like trying to level up alternate characters to 50 so we can, have all the classes we need for doing raids when some other of our guild members who have decided to take a break are taking a break. And we're actively recruiting more guild members. And I think that's going to get easier since they enabled the server transfers like yesterday. So a lot of people came over to Jedi Covenant, and I'm happy about that. We weren't short populated before, but we're not definitely far from it now. Like usually at nighttime, like right after work hours, like peak time, prime time, we had, anywhere from maybe 120 to 170 people on the Republic fleet at any given time, not counting everybody else on all the other planets and instances and stuff. So that's pretty good population. But the other night at like 10 p.m., right before I went to bed, I know I'm an old man, before I went to bed, there were like 310 people on the Republic fleet. So we've doubled in population at least, and people are still transferring over. So it's very good. Still a lot of people playing this game, and I'm not the only crazy one hanging on to it. It's not like that at all. There's some more content coming out, of course, so more people will come back for that are just waiting on more stuff to do. And, the rest of us have just been enjoying the crap out of it the way that it is. Game Update 1.3 will be out supposedly before the end of June, so maybe next week, maybe this weekend, who knows, probably next Tuesday, hopefully. That's what I'm hoping. And it's going to have a lot of really cool stuff with the legacy system in it, including the ability to unlock your personal speeder at level 10 instead of having to wait until level 25, so you can go around faster. That's really cool. And then, basically, I've been doing my daily missions at level 50 for a long time to get daily commendations and stuff. And, like, you can do it right now on 3 different planets. You can go to, what are they? Ilum, Belsavis, and Corellia. And basically, I've done them all so many times I can do them with my eyes shut. They're spread out all over the place. I know how to get to them. It's old because you have to get like 200 daily commendations, and those missions give out either 1 or 3 if you're lucky, and it's a heroic, so it takes a while. And you can only do them once per day, hence being called daily commendations. And I decided I'm no longer going to run Ilum or Belsavis. I'm just going to go to Corellia and the black hole section of Corellia so I can do the black hole commendations, because the ones there are actually pretty cool, and I can tolerate them better than all the other ones on Belsavis and Ilum. So that's what's going on there. Last night I got on my PSV because I remember at E3 they said something about finally you'll be able to play PS1 classic games on your PSV, and I'm like, yeah, awesome. So I went to update it and see if it was available yet, and no, it's not available yet, because I was like really looking forward to being able to play Final Fantasy VI on it, because that's like my favorite Final Fantasy. It's either that or Final Fantasy X. But, so no dice. But, I plan on breaking out the PSV at lunch during work and stuff, or before I get off, or before I go in, if I get there early, play a little bit and chill out on our big leather couch. It'd be awesome. But that's been it. That's all I've been playing. Other than that, been working.
I like how Tiger Fox's game that he's looking forward to play from the PS1 Classics collection is a port of a Super Nintendo game.
Yep.
Sad.
Hey, it was also a PS1 game.
I know it was. I'm just saying.
Tiger Fox is the one that was on the
library
PlayStation 1.
PlayStation 1 is so vast and varied and awesome, and you're all like, yeah, it's going to play Final Fantasy 6. That's like something I would do if I could play Virtual Console games on like my portable Nintendo stuff. It's like, let me go play this Super Nintendo game because Super Nintendo is awesome.
Well, there are some other PS1 games that I'd like to be able to play on my PSV.
Do you even have any other PS1 classics? Just wondering.
Metal Gear Solid.
Okay.
And
I'll stop bad by you now because that's like an instant.
I've got a few other ones too. I just can't think. I think one of them is Medieval. I've got that. What else? Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey, and Abe's Exodus. I've got those. Yeah, I've got a few. But I've really wanted to play a good Final Fantasy game for a long time. So I want to play or Final Fantasy 6 again. That would be awesome. Be with Sabin and Locke and Setzer. I love Setzer. He's so cool. And the blackjack awesomeness. But yeah, I guess yesterday, Tuesday, Metal Gear Solid HD Collection's available on PSV.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I gotta decide whether or not I'd like to buy that for my PSV. Probably will.
It's really funny because I almost bought a PSV yesterday because there was an email through GameStop through their Power Rewards and it was like free $50 gift card with the purchase of a Vita, and I was like, this looks pretty delicious. I want to bite into this cookie and gobble it up, but the price point is still just a bit higher than what I'd like. Yeah. And if I get the $50 thingy, I'm just going to spend it on a game that I will not be playing unless it's on the Vita, which I was like, I was looking at the Vita games and I was like, yeah, I guess there's not too much I would really want to buy and play right now, so I'll just pass for now.
Yeah, it's
really close though. I could smell it.
It's It's $39.99 for Metal Gear Solid PSV.
Yep.
Oh man,
it's $35 on the store on the PSN.
I may have to buy it. I don't know. Is it the same as the PS3 version?
Without Peace Walker.
Oh, so it's just MGS2 and 3?
Yeah, plus the MSX versions of Metal Gear 1 and 2.
Huh.
So it's like Substance?
Yeah.
That's cool. I might have to get it. Are the MSX versions on the PS3 version?
Yeah.
They are? Okay. Well, I don't know. I like the idea of being able to play those on my PSV.
And another point is that you could transfer saves and you could collect trophies synchronously on both systems. Yeah.
Okay, so it's cross-play, I guess?
Yeah.
In a way?
In a way.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, that'll be another purchase coming up soon. That'll be the first game I bought since I bought my PSV the last time. Because I bought the PSV and some games with it. And that was back in March? February? March. It was March. It was a while ago. Cool, very cool. So that's what I will be playing soon, hopefully.
Actually,
Final Fantasy VI.
I have another question about the Vita. So basically, they still have the store I was going to go to and get it had the launch bundle or whatever, and the one that's just the Vita or whatever. Is there any benefit to still getting the launch one that came with the free game and whatever, or is it just you should just get the normal one?
Yeah, the launch one comes with a memory card also. The bundle, anyway. And if you buy just a straight up PSV, you don't get a memory card with it. So that'd be an extra purchase.
But is it worth the extra $50 just to get the memory card with it?
I think so.
Okay.
Because it's like an 8 gig memory card, isn't it?
It depends. If you want to go straight digital or physical.
Yeah.
Because 4 gig is good if you're going straight physical. So it will just install 8 megs per game or something. Depends on the game, but if you're going digital, you have to go bigger.
Yeah,
because these games are fucking huge.
Yeah, they are. They eat up.
Metal Gear is 3.3 gigs.
Yep.
So yeah.
That would pretty much fill up your 4 gig card.
It's funny, before this happened, I just bought a new transfer cable because the one I have for my PSP is the one I use for my camera, but that cable is a piece of crap and it dies, so I had to get a new one so I could transfer a bunch of PSP games I bought on my PSP since I buy a bunch off the store now. So I'd probably go digital. So I should probably wait now after you guys said that.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
It's just more convenient without switching games and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, minor convenience.
I'm looking forward to some more games for it. That'll be cool.
Gravity Rush, man.
Was there any benefit beyond when you put a game on the hard drive or the memory card? Does it load faster or anything like that, or is there any performance boost?
It actually loads faster on the physical media.
Ah, okay. Well, I might reconsider my plan. It's only
man, it's a couple seconds. Not a big deal, bud.
Yeah, not a vast difference.
Yeah, I might reconsider because it's only $50 above my price difference, and I would be able to spend that $50 on something. So
yep.
Another Turtle Beach heads. That would be nice.
If you want a 4 gig stick, I have one right here. I'll just send it to you. I'm not using it, so whatever.
Oh, I guess I could use it on a card, that gift card that comes with it. So. Oh, and then my other question I had was, I remember when I was playing Star Wars Old Republic 2, and you have that Ashanti, or that Ishan, I forgot the race, they're the E people.
Knights of the Old Republic?
Yeah. The second one.
Yeah.
The E something people, and you also have the Mandalorians. And is there really that much of a difference between those two races in the universe of Star Wars? Cause that made me confused.
I need to know what the Ishanti or whatever race is. I'm looking it up.
They're the lady that was the lady that left the group of Amazon fighter. Well, they're not Amazons, but they're all female fighters at that Jedi temple or whatever that were defending it or whatever. She leaves them. I guess there's probably a choice there when she can leave them or not leave them, or you can kill her or whatever. But she leaves them to come with you in the light side, the light side version of the game.
Are you talking about Kreia?
No, not Kreia. Okay, so I forgot what it was called.
This is going to be entertaining.
But there's equipment you get in the game, and it's called the Euclidean or Euclidean. Maybe it's Euclidean.
Euclidean sounds right. Keep in mind, I haven't played KOTOR 2 in 6 years. So.
But basically, she said that she was half Euclidean or something, or full Euclidean, and then but then also the Mandalorian dude is all yeah. But then we all know that Mandalorians are just humans under their armor, so it's
yeah.
That just made me feel weirded out that there's so many human races that are not humans. But I was wondering what was so special about them that made them. But
with the Mandalorians, they're a culture of humans.
Okay, because
they're human beings, but they're a different culture. In the world today, we have people who are European and American and Arabic and Chinese. That's kind of essentially what it is. You got the Mandalorians
because they had the same same characteristics of they were warrior tribe people that would that were very warlike and fought and stuff. Or are they very specified warrior classes that were those type of tribal culture people? I was that's really weird. They're very similar but they're different. So it's what's the difference between those two?
Juhani, is that right?
No, it started with the one? E.
Okay.
Because it's the name of some of the equipment you can get in the game. So I'll just ask you next week.
Okay.
I would load up my save, but that would take too long. So yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, I guess
Euclidean sounds right to me, but
Yeah, I'll look it up while we're talking. But is it? If I'll stop interrupting you. If you have more to say, Tiger.
Oh, I'm done, so it's not a problem.
Okay.
I haven't really been playing anything else. Haven't had time.
Alrighty, so yeah. Oh man, Dragon Quest V. This game, amazing. Like I cannot. It basically gets my gold star, thumbs up across the board, blue ribbon, game recommendation of like if you like JRPGs, you must play this game because I cannot talk about like the story or anything because it is just like spoilerific. But like stuff that goes down is so awesome and like gameplay is like old school, like traditional JRPG, like turn based, but it's still like if you're into that, you'll like it. But there's nothing really beyond that. It has like a whole subset of like you can. It kind of Pokemon-ish, where you can like get monsters into your party and like get them. You don't really train them; you just level them, and they get like more abilities as they get higher in level. But besides that, that's basically the main gist of the fighting system, which is very basic. But the story's cool, characters are cool. Just wow, it just like blew me away for like what I was playing. I didn't know what I was getting into, so awesome. Like I love how I'm able to play like old games and they can like still just like wow me like I did like what happened when I played like Chrono Trigger all those years ago, and I was like, oh man, this is so awesome. So if you're into JRPGs, just check out Dragon Quest V. It really helps if you played 4 because there's a lot of it takes place in Zenithia, which is like the same continent area, and like there's a lot of that's a really cool thing. It's like there's a lot of stuff that like you'll go to like an area and it's like a bit different. So it's like there is like stuff sprinkled in from the previous game, but it's not stuff that's like mandatory that you knew happened or like areas that you like had to be familiar with to like get the story and all that stuff. It's just like, oh, I remember this part or I remember this place, and it's like really cool. It's like, oh man, it's so cool they did that. Because like one of the cool things is like you go to this place and like it's been years and years and years, and like it has like aged, so it's like so cool. It's like ruins now, and like I like have like memories of like, oh, when I was there before it was like this, but now it's like this, or like, and since they use like the same like art style and tile set from like the first game, and it's very similar art style and like just like the way the game looks. It's like, oh, this looks exactly the same except it's a bit different because it's like been so long, so that's pretty cool. And then let's see what else. But yeah, Dragon Quest V, awesome. Like I cannot say any more bad about it. I haven't finished it yet. I think I'm towards the end because stuff's going down and I'm on a boss that is like kicking my butt. Well, not kicking my butt, but I basically hit a wall where there's a boss now that I'm on that I need to level up and like beat, and then I'm sure once I'm past him I'll be on the like last boss, because the boss I'm on now is like a boss that appeared before in the game and like destroyed me, and I'm like, oh. So whenever that happens in JRPGs, you're like, oh, okay, this is like the dude that you're gonna like rise in strength and then come back and be like, oh yeah, I've had my great adventure now and I'm ready to take you down. Let's do this, and just like so yeah. And then let's see, Mass Effect 3, of course. I played some Gamer. It was awesome. I'm trying to set up my computer where I can like get commentary while I play. So I was really sad because I was recording our matches when we were playing, and then I went back to listen to them, and there's like no audio from like me or him, and I was like, no, because it was gold. It was gold commentary, and I was like, oh man, it was been so good. So yeah, I'm trying to work on that so I can finally get some more awesome stuff. Played that. I played the new classes, dude. Okay, so basically, one of the new classes. Well, actually, two of the new classes, because it's weird what they did. So basically, I'm sorry. I'm getting like super. I'm sorry. Let me just apologize before I start, because I just love Mass Effect, and like sometimes when I talk about it, I get super excited, and I'm about to do that because two of the new classes just so good.
Techingasm incoming.
I should just say that when we're talking about Mass Effect.
Techingasm incoming.
Like Mass Effect 3, Techingasm incoming. I'm sorry. So yeah.
Everybody get your protective suits.
The Whatcha, oh my gosh. I finally, because I never got around to playing any of the new DLC classes since like the vanilla version of the game, so I haven't played Rebellion or Resurgence DLC characters. So, oh man. Whatcha, so fun. So effing fun. They have like a passive ability that they regenerate, since that's like one of their...
Yeah.
That's like one of their things in like the lore of the game. They like regenerate health really, really awesomely, which is like why they're kind of annoying in the second game, whatever. So they have like regenerative health, which is awesome. that's like way more rigid. They're like effing Wolverine. It's so cool. And like their melee, it's like they have these claws that come in their arms. And like when you do the like pull over cover instant kill, oh, it's so satisfying because like they don't just like pull them over and like stab them once like every other unit in the game. They pull them over and just proceed to like shank them like with their claws. And like, oh, it's so satisfying and so like awesome and so good. Like just like best animation in the game. Like yet I was like, wow, that was awesome. And I hadn't done it. I was playing with a gamer, and like we both had this like, oh, that was so awesome moment when I totally did it to like one of the troops, and it was like, oh, so cool. And then their like heavy melee is like they just like lunge at them like berserker barrage. So every time I play one now, I like feel like a Wolverine but with a gun. So it's like, oh, it's so awesome. Well, I guess not really because I'm like an alien, but whatever. That looks like a worm, but yeah. So it's not like Wolverine, but kind of like Wolverine. Yeah. Oh, and then like they have this flamethrower ability, which is like this wrist-mounted flamethrower, so you can just like have this cool flamethrower attack, which none of the other units in the game have, which is like so cool. That's so good. I love it so much. Oh, dudes. Then besides that, let me tell you about the ex-Cerberus dude and his magical whips of biotic power. And I must say, BioWare person, whoever thought of this, I salute you to the highest degree because I saw that video and I was like, huh? And then Gamer was like, those whips. And I was like, what? And then I was like, saw people using them when I was like playing in matches before I tried them out. Now I gotta say, those biotic whips, really, really fun times. And not just that, like, you can lunge, you can like pull enemies with them and like fling them, and it is just as good, arguably better, of like just the straight up biotics in the game of just like throwing people and like shockwaving them and warping and singularity and just, but like the whips you just like go and like you whip them and like you can either like pull them towards you and like they'll just like fly across the screen. It's awesome. Or you have the smash and like you just go like, okay, I'm totally like moving when I do this. So it's, okay. So like you whip the whip, right? And then like the whip creates like a shockwave of biotic power, and like the biotic power just like sends the enemy flying if they have like no shields, and it's like, oh, that was awesome. And then I was playing on the Fire-based Jade map, which is the Solarian homeworld. I was sending people like over the like edge of the map, like instant killing them. That was like so good. So it was like I'd like do that, and they'd like fly, and like when they like were airborne, they'd go over like the rails because there's like that stage is like 3 floors, so it's like they can go over like the rails pretty easily, which is, I'm glad that stage is like that because it reminds me of Mass Effect 2 and you can do that, and like it doesn't seem like you can do that as much in Mass Effect 3, but whatever. So that was cool because I like did it, and like when they do that, like you can see them like forever in the background, and, like even when they're like off the stage, you can just like see them fly off. Cause but like side note, there's like some awesome like crazy biotic moments you can have in that game. So I stasis someone, and like a Krogan, or I didn't stasis them. I was playing in the Starry, and I threw a lift grenade, and like a Krogan was on my team, and he heavy melee'd them, and they just like bounced off the ground and like flew up into space. I was like, holy crap, that was awesome. So yeah, you can still have like crazy moments like that. Like I remember in the single player Mass Effect 2 when like my squad was just like doing like so awesome, and like I'd have incendiary rounds, like shoot people up and they'd be on fire, and like Jacob would like throw a biotic pull on them, and like you just see like all these flaming dead bodies like fly across the screen as they're dead, and I was like, oh, that's so cool.
That is
like,
pretty cool.
So like Mass Effect 3 co-op, you can like still have those like crazy moments when like people are like dead bodies are just like flying practically across the screen, and like yeah, it's just so delicious, and yeah, just love that game.
I found the race that you were looking for, by the way.
What's it called?
Okay, do you want me to go ahead and get into it now?
Okay, hold on that.
I'm holding on to it.
Let me just finish up on Mass Effect.
Get the Tekkengasm out. Go ahead and gush.
Okay, dudes. Okay, I finally played Krogan Vanguard. Oh my gosh, it's like you charge in heavy melee and barrier. It's like, thank you so much, Power. That was like peanut butter jelly sandwich. Yeah. Because like at first I was like having issues like not being able to heavy melee after it, but then and like I spec'd my class to like be heavy melee, but well, I still need to practice more. But like once you get into it, it's over. And like, but I went, bleh. But then it was cool because I was playing Cerberus on Silver, and like Phantoms were coming in, and like on Silver there's like more than one. But like I was just like I became fearless in the face of Phantoms. I was like, because okay, I'm sorry. Because at first I was kind of scared because I didn't have any powers to like do them. I mean, any powers
to do them.
Any powers to effectively take them on at range. So I was like, crap, what do I do? Because I have charge and I have barrier, and that's it. Well, I think I had something else too, maybe, but whatever. So I figured out that if you charge into them, they stagger back. So I would do something I never do with any other band cards, and I would just like charge into them. And be like, "What's up, Phantom?" Just like, and then like shotgun and just like shoot them in like 2 or 3 shots with the eviscerator, and they're down. Or like charge them. And, so that's fine. So, like you charge them, and then like heavy melee, and like I love it when like you kill a Phantom, and like whatever you do to like kill them, you can hear like their sword breaking, because like. I haven't died a ton of times, but like I just like have so many memories in that game of like the instant Phantom kill and just being like I feel cheated of like what the F, like no way, I was like so far away from them. It's not as bad as the Banshee grab, but it's still like annoying when like you get taken down by a Phantom because it's like oh whatever. So that instant kill, man, and then like now I have like my Vengeance class of like oh Phantom charge and just like unload and
nice.
And like another cool thing that happened when like. I didn't know barrier worked like tech armor where you could explode it because I hadn't used it in single player. So I did that accidentally, and like a Phantom just like bounced off the ground and like flew up into space like Podacsts down. I was like, oh yeah, took it Phantom in your face. So that was awesome. See what other new classes did I use? I used all the new classes, but like that's like the most of the gushing out of it. Like to get it out of my system, Batarians are cool because they have like this like submission net, so I think that's pretty cool how they like worked it in that like they're slavers, so they have these like nets of energy that they shoot at enemies that can like take them down or just like have them sit there. It's kind of like stasis, but not. So that's pretty cool. And then Geth, I don't know. Like the Geth engineer, I didn't really spec him to be all. I don't know. They're not really. Their like skill set's kind of weird, but like the Geth infiltrator with like the cloak and hunter mode, you can just like see dudes. That's pretty cool. And then the the arc or is it arc grenades? The arc grenades on the Quarian Mel dudes. Those are cool because you can just like throw them and like set off either like you can set off like a bunch of tech bursts and if like you time your attacks right, and like they can be like really area effect and just like and just like tick down like stuff in like a large area and stuff. Let's see if I forget anything. Batarian. Oh, sorry, Justicar. Reeve. See, it's really interesting because usually. On the draw, I used Reeve and Full, so it's like I'm not doing that for the Justicar because I want to see what this barrier thing they have, which is cool, like what that is. So I had that and like the Reeve, and like Reeve's still awesome, so that's cool. So I'm glad you can like have that and like combo it with your bubble stasis thing or whatever it's called, biotic force bubble thing of awesome, and like do more power in the bubble or like when the enemies are in the bubble. So that's cool. I haven't said to like be more defensive though, so I just have it around me to like hold up in a spot and like shoot dudes. See, sorry, Batarian, Geth, Kurgan, Cerberus dudes, Whatcha. I think that's everything. And and lastly, and the last weekend event, Operation Mastiff was a success, so I got my N7 weapons. They're crappy on 360, but they're awesome. Oh, dudes, PS3. I have like level 4 of Hurricane now, which is like that gun is so overpowered. It's ridiculous. But it's awesome because like
shotgun.
No, it's a like SMG, so it's
okay.
You can only get it from like doing the weekend events. So it's like level 4 now, so it's like super powerful. It's like oh yeah. So I'm just gonna do even more damage as I continue to level up and get to like. See, I'm trying right now to like. I slowed down my progress on 360 to like get my PS3 N7 level up to 360 levels, which is like 600 or something. So I'm like 400 now, so it's like a bit more to go, and like I'm there, and I can focus on PC and like keep that distance on gamer, so he never catches me. Like, haha. But yeah, I'm loving Mass Effect 3 still and co-op. I don't think I've played. Well, I think I started my 6 playthrough, but I haven't really gone back to it because I'm going to start focusing back on the Mass Effect 2 single player. But that's for next week, because I haven't started it yet. So. I'll be talking more about Mass Effect 2 single player next week, so enjoy that. But yeah, that's what I've been playing Mass Effect 3, and it's still awesome. I don't think I played anything else. Virtua Fighter, I played like a bit, but yeah, I think that might be it. I'm gonna let Tiger Fox finish his or that Star Wars thing I just brought up, and if I've been talking or if I play anything else, I'll talk about it anything else. So, Tiger Fox, what were you gonna say about Star Fox? I mean,
okay. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. I think the race that you were talking about is the Ikani.
That's it.
It says that the Ikani culture held the belief that to know one fully, you must fight them. Ikani fighting was not only self-defense, but a form of self-expression, a means of communication similar to art. For the Ikani, it was not at all unusual for children of the same parents to be born so as to be completely indistinguishable from one another to outsiders, thus being able to distinguish between like individuals through reading of body movements became an essential requirement. The Ikani were also known to be able to read feelings and emotion through combat. To an Ikani, a combat between two people said more than hours of talking. They saw a certain purity in the way techniques were used in battle, and yada, yada, yada. So, that's the race you're talking about, right?
Yeah, because like they were like three sisters and they all looked the same.
Yeah.
And like she was like, no, we're not triplets. So I guess that is what you just said about that. It's like why it's like that.
Yep.
And they're like you said, they're very much like the Mandalorians, who are very also a battle-hardened culture.
They have an appearance and anatomy similar to humans, but a common feature was that they had light skin, white hair, and silver eyes.
Ah, I see.
They exhibited among themselves remarkable sameness in body type and facial traits. So yeah, that's that race. It's pretty cool.
Okay, and then like I have a second. I'm not going to ask that question about Star Wars because like we need to. I don't want to get into the whole fall into the nerd tunnel and just like keep talking about it. So I'll just shut up. So yeah.
Okay, shut up.
Gabriel, what have you been playing?
Lollipop Chainsaw.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good so far. I think I'm almost done with it too. It's a pretty short game. It's like 5 to 6 hours long, but writing is good. Character looks good. What can I say? The only thing that's iffy at the moment is that the combat doesn't really flow that well unless you start buying moves. Because you only from the get-go you only get like you can only jam on square to do a pom-pom attack, and then do your chainsaw attack with the triangle, and that's all you could do at the very beginning of the game, so it's very boring. But once you start buying moves, it's like, gets more, not aggressive, because, I don't know, it's just not, it's unlike other brawlers, where you could, like, change stuff gracefully, and you could, like, cancel moves and shit. This one's like, oh man, if you get hit, you get hit. There's no block or anything. There's no counter from the looks of it, but very, very fun game. And the music choice is absolutely fantastic. I don't know how they pulled that off, having all these licensed tracks in the game, but it's really good. And man, Tara Strong. Yes. I don't know, she was hot as too. My God. Did you see her? Holy shit, she's fucking hot. Yeah, and yeah, I like it. I mean, it's not $60, that's for sure. It's definitely in the $40 range for someone to pick it up. But $60, man, it's asking too much for this type of game. It's definitely old school in the way it's structured, and yeah. I've also been playing. I did finish, or quote unquote finish, because you can't really finish Dragon's Dogma, because you could level up to like 200, I think. I was only like level 56 when I ended, or 54. Man, that game, it gets crazy towards the end. It's like, what is going on? No idea. Story is like weird. It's like, man, and like, what was weird, because it seems like it's very cool in that you could gift people, like NPCs, normal NPCs, there'll be a present button when you talk to them, and if you give them a lot of presents, it will influence their affinity with you. And for some reason, you're supposed to have a love interest in the game. And at the very end of the game, on the first ending, they'll show you who your love interest is. And I gotta say, man, it's fucking weird because for me, the love interest was a freaking kid, so my character was a pedophile. And there was a scene where she toppled over him in a tent. I'm like, oh my god, is this happening right now? And it was the weirdest thing ever. Because I thought I was getting ready to go on to the queen or something, but for some reason my affinity with this witch kid was through the roof. So I was like, oh my god, what is happening? That game is weird.
And what game is this?
Dragon's Dogma.
Dragon's Dogma.
Man, the combat game is just absolutely fantastic. I just love it. But man, I was so frustrated during the last boss. I was like, I'm gonna break this game in half because I was a strider, and it seems like I was like asking my AI character cast fire on my weapons so I could do some damage in the last boss, and it's just standing there running like a headless chicken, like I said last time. It's like, oh god, it's stupid. And I was like trying for hours trying to kill this last boss, and I was like constantly getting killed because like it'll fly off sometimes, and I was holding on to it, so when I let go, I would just fall to my death. So I was like, oh man, just screw it. I'll just attack it with that bow, and that worked for some reason, even though it was barely doing any damage. But yeah, I love the game. I think for me, it really is one of those sleeper hits where it's like, you didn't think it was going to be that good, and it just blows your expectations.
Sweet.
So yeah, I liked it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I finished Renegade Ops. That game's good. It's alright. Yeah, that's about it.
Cool.
I just remembered something. Last week I forgot to talk about. I had played through Black Ops again since Black Ops 2 was like announced, and I put it up on my YouTube channel. And like the story, like that game, I enjoy the storytelling, the storyline not so much, but I really do appreciate like what they did in that game with like the whole like interrogation, like flashbacks and crazy sci-fi towards the end, and like just all kind of like I was playing it. I was like, it kind of reminds me like The Usual Suspects a bit, because it's like all these things are happening, and then like it's like what's really going on, and then you get down to it. It's like, but then okay, and then like after playing it again, I was like at the end, like there's something. Okay, I'm not gonna spoil this. I'm just gonna bring it up when the game comes out, in like later on Black Ops 2 comes out. Basically, at the end of the game, they hint at your character doing something that he was meant to do in the game, but he didn't. And then like I'm wondering if they're gonna like take that farther in the second game and like reveal did he or did he not do that, or like maybe in the Vita game is it gonna like go more into that like conspiracy of like, oh, it was Mason, or this is how this happened, or this is how this went down. But I'm like really interested to see like how they, or even if they like tap back into like I completely forgot about like that side storyline, and like after playing it again, like, oh, that was in there. I wonder if they're gonna like talk about that in Black Ops 2. And then like, but yeah, just Black Ops is a really good game, or it's good. It's good for shooters. So I was like, oh, okay. I was pleasantly surprised again after playing it. Like, oh, I guess, yeah, the storytelling is pretty good, even though the story is just even though it's just a shooter, just not bad. Also, I played the Harley Quinn's Revenge DLC again on 360, and like I'll just refer to my previous comments F that DLC on the last episode or whatever. So or whenever I talked about it last time, because it's not where the money is. Pass. If you don't have to pay, just wait for a brush up for yourself. So yeah. Were you done talking about what you've been playing, gamer?
I played like a second of Gravity Days. I was just like, oh my god, I have to finish Lollipop Chainsaw first. So I was like, but man, I gotta say, man, I'm really not liking the sub HD on a Vita screen type of look of some of these games. It's really distracting. Like I've never experienced that. Like there's actually sub Vita graphics for some of these games. It's really annoying. I never experienced it in like PSP where it's like this looks really like under-resed compared to what you should be experiencing. Kind of disappointing because it kind of destroys the look of the game.
Yeah.
Because it looks great. I was like, sub HD, kill me.
Could you further define sub HD? Are you talking like less than 720p?
Yeah, no.
More than 480i?
Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing with Vita, but it's like it's not native. It's not the native resolution. Should be outputting at. It's rendering at a lower resolution so that it'll keep up the frame rate, which is
right.
Give me a break. Oh my god. It's supposed to be good. It's supposed to be powerful. The Vita's supposed to be like
PS3,
top line. Yeah. Almost, yeah. But then they're still doing these little tricks to make it run. I was like, really?
Maybe the developer just didn't completely understand the capabilities yet.
No, there's a ton of games that do this. Wipeout, Uncharted. Yeah, Wipeout, Uncharted is the ones I have right now that look like, not garbage, but it's like, you can really see it. But I play Virtuous NAS, and man, that's fucking native and 60 frames. Like, how can they do it? Whatever.
Uh-huh.
Hopefully it won't be a constant thing in the future. Because, man, non-native games, they look ugly.
Oh man. I just realized I had notes that I like had for like this episode that like okay, I talked about Black Ops, so I got that off. I just want to say like I was playing with the Dills from Brotherhood Nerfist, like who I talked about last time or before, and he's like commented about the podcast. But like we were playing right on Mass Effect 3 co-op, and like I think we're in party chat. We were in party chat, and then like someone joined our game named Jasmine Flame, and then like I totally went. Well, he was like, oh dude, it's not a dude, but I totally went into my whole like, dude, it's always a dude mode, and then like lo and behold, like after we're done playing, and like he looked at their gamer tag, it was like, I'm a dude from Austria or New Zealand. It was some foreign country, and I was like, told you, dude, it's a dude, because Tekken's right, it's always a dude, even when you think it's not a dude. And I gotta say, did you like? It was basically universal consensus. Actually, I think it was like me, him, and like someone else. We were playing from Brotherhood Nerdfest, and like we were all in consensus that like that is a not dude name, but it's a weird name for a dude. And then like he's like,
wait, what was the name?
Jasmine Flame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what the gamer tag was.
And, like, I don't understand how that translates to a girl though.
Dude, gamer. That's like either
Jasmine.
A stripper name or porn star name. Or Princess Jasmine.
Princess Jasmine from Aladdin, man.
Thank you. Incense or something? It's not like Jasmine Princess or something. That would be an obvious like, wow, you really like using that username, huh?
But then it was weird because like later on someone joined and they're like gamer tag was like Xbox numbers after it, and I was like, what? Someone from Germany. I was like, these foreigners, man.
They're very clever.
They just.
Very original with their usernames.
I was like, whatever.
The one thing that peeves me is people that use like the small lowercase x, capital X, XXXXOO, then some kind of stupid name followed by more X's and O's. Come on, be original.
They start and trail with it.
Yeah, be original, people. That's so stupid.
And then, like, it was funny. I was playing the other day on PS3, Mass Effect 3, and, like, someone in my lobby, their name was, like, Alenko's butt. And I went to, like, message them and, like, ask them, like, if they, like were a big Kite and Alenko fan or something. I was like, why is their name that? I was like, I'm not even going to ask. I was like, whatever. I'm just.
No, you should have asked.
I told you that. But then, like, it's more, to me, it's, like, more, it happens more on PS3 because, like, you have free accounts. Like, people have, like, weird gamer tags all the time. I'm like, man, this is... thank you, PSN. Thank you for this.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to mention, I was playing Too Human. Because I was like, I'm pretty bored. I'm going to pop this back in. And I installed it and everything. And lo and behold, man, people are still playing that game. Like, I set up an online lobby, and for some dick reason, like, these level 50 players are just jumping in my game, and they're like, wow, they're just killing everything. I was like, okay. And then, like, we went into this secret room, then, like, I died, and for some reason, like, he couldn't go back into the secret room anymore. And the guy was just, like, wailing on me. He's like, oh. I was like, okay. So I quit the game. That game is terrible. I was like, I don't know what I was, like...
Yeah, gamer. I didn't know what you were thinking either, because I was like...
I thought it was good
about?
back then, like 4 years ago, but then I play it now, it's like, the animations are janky, the combat is terrible.
Imagine like getting attacked from off-screen enemies with rocket launchers at home, being on your position. Yeah.
I was like, oh man, this game is terrible. I thought because like the Diablo itch was like scratching, I was like, I couldn't boot up my PC just to play Diablo, so I just booted up 2 Human. I was like, oh Jesus, this is terrible. Now that company is on the verge of collapse. Thank God.
Wow.
I saw that you got like a trophy for Mass Effect 3. Tiger Fox, had you like played that recently, or?
No, I have not. That was a weird one. Like I saw that this afternoon while I was at work that I got a trophy, and I was like, "Sweet, somebody's playing for me." But no, that was not the case at all. It was from the last time that I played Mass Effect 3 and didn't sync my PlayStation. I think my automatic updates came on, and it updated or something while I was at work and posted to Facebook for me. So, yeah, it was very weird. It was an off-the-wall one, too.
It's like how your reaction's like, sweet, someone's playing.
Yeah, I was like, hey, cool. Yeah, play the online for me.
You don't have any comments about our co-op adventures, gamer?
Man, it was great.
Are you finally
for some reason, you were booted out in the last game I was in.
Oh, yeah, that made me angry. Like Wave 8, too, or something. I was like, oh, what the F? Mass Effect
3. The game is, I love co-op. I wish games would do it more often. Or I like the idea of what they're doing, like the free packs. Like it doesn't separate the user base at all. It's like
no, it's totally right. I totally called the Earth DLC before they...
Oh, yeah. Did you see that? Yeah. That was great.
That's right.
Did they announce?
It's kind of sad because like I would think they would save that one for last. I'm hoping like this isn't the last one. But they did say like 6 new classes, so that'd be awesome if we got more new classes.
Well, it's weird. They're all human though. They're all human classes.
But that gives me hope that we will get more alien classes because I really want an Asari Hunter Soldier because they are pretty bad if you read the codex. Because I was like, oh, I want an Asari Huntress, Asari Huntress.
Yeah, what is the hit squad called? The Saris? What was
the Commandos.
The Commandos, yeah.
Oh man,
great.
Commando Infiltrator. Yeah, that would be sick.
Or there's no. Is there what do you call that? The one that oh my god, I'm blacking out on his name.
No, right? I'm like,
the dude who was singing Morden, his group he was in.
Gee, that's the Slayer Infiltrator.
Yeah, they haven't. I don't think they really had that class, did they?
Special
like soldier class.
Well,
it's only the engineer and infiltrator they were in.
I guess you consider the STG to be soldier or infantry.
Yeah, right.
Either way.
Yeah.
Because like the weird thing, like they said, like Asari are like what is it like?
The Commandos.
No. Like there's like 2 things they do, like infiltration and sabotage or whatever, and like there's no infiltrator or like, infiltrator class for them. It's like that is.
But yeah, the co-op sessions were good because like we were just rolling through silver. Like no, that wasn't even that hard for some reason. I don't know. There was a couple times where it got really close. It's like when we had like it was great that match you got booted out of.
What happened?
Remember the extraction sound is in the center. Is in the center of the map. We had like 2 brutes, 1 brute on each side, and then we had like what is that bitch?
The Banshee.
The Banshee. We had one of them like charging towards us, and then we had like seconds ago all of us were dropped, but then we were still like quote unquote alive, so we still completed the mission.
Oh, it had to happen to me. I was in Asari, and like I think this is one of the YouTube videos I uploaded too. Like I had like no shields in health, and then like the brute like jumps and does his like ground pound, and there's like 1 second left on the clock, and like I go into I'm like, and then like the game says like in game, it's like, oh your squad mates or you're down, you need to be revived or whatever. But like it counted as I was alive, so that's cool. I was like, oh okay. So I guess like if you're close enough to the extraction, it doesn't always count against you because it seems like I've had weird games in the past where like you'd have 5 seconds left, someone would go down, you'd revive them, but it would like say partial extraction even though you revived them, and like but lately it seems like if I do that they'll be like for extraction. So I don't know, maybe they patched it or not. I don't know.
Yeah, it was really chaotic because like once you dropped, I was like, oh my god. Because like it's very difficult if you get pinched in a game. So once you get pinched, you're like, oh man, I don't know how to get out. It's like you can't teleport out or something. But yeah, I like it.
See, Tiger Fox, you need to join us. Oh, we should totally do a when the next weekend event is. Like we should like team up Aimless style. I can upload it.
Okay.
And stuff. Yeah.
Well,
Oh, also Tiger Fox, I wanted to ask you because like the one time we played, you're playing Soldier. What the f, dude? Soldier is like.
I like Soldier.
What?
I like being.
Oh my god.
I like shooting.
You say so.
I haven't gotten to play with the other classes yet.
I gotta say, I was disappointed, Tiger Fox. I saw you playing Soldier, and like they're like the lamest class in the game.
Because I love being a sniper.
Okay, I'm not gonna get into this. We can talk about this later. Like, but yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
I was personally disappointed, Tiger Fox, when I saw you playing Soldier. I was like, oh, Tiger Fox.
This weekend, if you're wanting to do it this weekend, I have to work both days.
Oh no, like I mean like the event. So it's like it's not until the week after this weekend. So.
Okay, cool.
This is every 2 weeks. So. Operation whatever it is. Unless it's,
like, what are the
cold,
days for it?
I might have to find another group because you're not like fully leveled up yet.
No, I'm not.
It always starts on a Friday and goes until Monday.
Okay, cool.
Like Friday evening until Monday.
Yeah, I don't know what my next weekend schedule is going to be like.
Alrighty, now that we are done talking about what we've been playing, we can come back and talk about our final thoughts on E3 2012 and put it to rest. After this. Reptile, wee PSV version good. Ow! Alright, Tiger Fox, you weren't able to join us for the gut reactions to the press conferences, so what were your thoughts on them, or did you not see them all?
I didn't see them all, but I talked about them a good bit and got a little bit of insight into what happened for the most part. So, I mean, Microsoft and Nintendo, they weren't really a big surprise. Really nothing was a huge surprise this year to me on any of them.
Well, including third-party or just first-party stuff?
The first-party stuff. I didn't really get to see a lot of the third-party stuff because I was working when it all took place and then coming home and collapsing after work. So
yeah, it was weird.
It's very remiss of me.
It was so weird because like like the big reveal was like a new IP from Ubisoft, but then like I was really pumped for that game. But then after I started thinking about it, I had been thinking about it for days, and I was like, wait a minute. The only reason people are excited about this game is because like GTA 5 has like not been shown again, and like once it does, people are just gonna forget about it, and like it'll just get like squashed under the hype. Well, not like completely squashed, but like people they won't. It'll be like oh yeah, GTA 5 exists. I don't really care about this game as much now, so yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of cyberpunk, but not fully cyberpunk, and
What was the name of it? Because that's the one I was really interested in. But I haven't heard a lot about.
It was Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs, yeah. I keep hearing about it, and I want to look into it. I just haven't made time to look into it yet.
And then I was like sad because 2 games I was pumped for. I'm still pumped for them, but like I was like, oh man, Last of Us is coming out this year. After like I was kind of not down. I was kind of like not really caring about it before the press conference. But after seeing it, I was like, no more BS regenerating health. And I was like, you have a health bar, and like the ammo is like so limited, and it's like it feels like very survival horror, like in the daylight, like trying to scavenge and survive on limited resources. So I think I'm gonna love that game and like be super. It's gonna be weird though, because like your AI partner is a child, so I can't can't be all like, Isaac, let's do this. I'll be all like, hey, little girl, I'll take care of you or something. My motivational speech to myself would be like weird in that game since like my AI partner's a little child. So.
Well, she's not a little child, so
Yeah, she's a teenager.
She's a young teenager.
Child, whatever.
She's a teen.
I'll be like, we'll make it through this. I got this.
When you were a teenager, if someone called you a child, would you not take offense?
I don't know. I probably wouldn't care.
Think on that for a little bit while I talk about this.
Wait, what were you saying, Tiger Fox?
Did you not hear me?
No.
You jerk. I was saying the only press conference that I got to see in full was the Sony press conference. And, I mean, I thought it was...
Yeah, I didn't hear you after you said you thought it was.
Yeah. The things that really stood out to me, God of War Ascension looks pretty good. And I'm saying this as a person who really doesn't care for God of War games. So I might have to get in on some of that. I don't know. And then for the Vita and the PS3, that looks really good too. Like the whole battleship scene, like the warships fighting each other with cannonballs going, that was awesome. It like had me on the edge of my seat. And I was not a fan of Assassin's Creed, the first one. I haven't played the second one. So, yeah, I might have to jump in on these franchises finally. And then I really liked Wonderbook, like the possibilities that are with it, how you can use it in conjunction with the PS Move and how you can develop all this crap for it. Like everybody else, I was like, wow, yeah, J.K. Rowling's awesome, Harry Potter's awesome, but you spent way too much valuable time showing off this one thing that was halfway working. You know. I was just like, okay, great, wonderful. This is not really for the core audience, so let's move on. Okay, it's been 10 minutes, let's move on. So, yeah. And then, what else from that? Do you remember?
Your mic is kind of going
He's getting cutting off.
It is?
Yeah.
Was it Far Cry 3 or Crysis 3 that they showed?
They showed the Far Cry 3.
Yeah, that game looked really cool. I might have to get into the Far Cry series. I've never played those before. So, if anything, this year's E3 has me interested in some previously unexplored titles that have been out and make me hopeful for the newer versions that are coming out.
Yeah, it was weird, like, when everybody's, like, being all, well, I'm not gonna say everybody, but, like, the general internet consensus is, like, oh, E3 is terrible this year, blah, blah, blah. It's, like, I kind of, like, made up my own new rule of, like, as long as there's, like, one thing that, like, wows me or interests me, it's, like, I don't care. It was, like, then that means E3 was not terrible and didn't suck. So, like,
right.
So, like, after I saw Watch Dogs, I was like, oh, that was pretty cool. So, yeah, like, that saved E3 for me this year. So, yeah. And then Rayman Legends looked pretty cool, too. So, actually, Ubisoft just in general just, like, stepped up and saved from, like, the let's roll out more games from the same franchise, EA press conference, which was, like, really...
I remember the EA conference was like shooter.
I know, right? I was like, oh
dude, seriously.
And then, like, the way, like, what happened to Dead Space, dude? Like, not only did they add co-op, but it's like they were using machine guns, which I had not used in the game, and it was like, really? They're gonna...
And it's like, they lost Planet at that game. I'm like, okay. It's in the snow.
Yeah, that's the weird thing, is, like, they're outside, and, like, there's all this space, as opposed to, like, the complete opposite, when, like, it's super scary when you're, like, in the ship, like, cramped confines, and stuff's popping out left and right, scaring the crap out of you.
I don't get the art design. Like, how does it have that, like, that's fur in his neck? Why do you need that? You have a suit? It's like, that's weird.
Nah.
Yeah, I'd say Dead Space 3 and the new Gears game were too soon, because Dead Space 3, like, it feels like it just came out, or Dead Space 2 feels like it just came out, because I haven't
That's
played it
because
still.
it just came out.
It just came out last year.
And then,
Not
like,
too
I
many
know,
months ago.
And I know Gears 3 came out, like, last year, because I was just playing Horde Mode 2.0 or whatever, and, like, really liking it, and I was like, new one, and it's already, okay.
So here is the thing that begs the question. I think we might have covered it before, but, I mean, especially with this being the
Yeah, we missed your question, Tiger Fox.
I'm thinking of it, that's why. This year being the year of the forequel, you know, does it seem like, are the games being made shorter, or are consumers consuming too much too fast? Because, like, we're on God of War 5 now, essentially, right? Or is it 4? And, you know, all these... number 3... Yeah, number 6. So, I mean, it seems like, you know, gamers are just... They're consuming way too much too fast and expecting...
I don't think it's an issue with the gamers as much as it is with the publishers, because, like... If they find a successful formula for a game, they'll just keep pumping it out until it, like, dies. Like, I think that is why Call of Duty is still at the top, because it did not have the Guitar Hero moment of, like, it is collapsing too soon. Like, you can't have, like, 5 games in 1 year. It's like they saw that when that happened with Guitar Hero, that they just, like, churned it out way too much in, like, 8 annual versions of a game. It's like one per year is like the sweet spot of you can keep cranking it out and keep making money. If you expend this much resources on this title and sell this many copies, it's going to keep making money for you as a publisher, so why not just milk it out until it dies?
That's Bobby Kotick and Activision, so...
And basically everybody else has copied that model, so it's like that's like the one thing that I didn't like about, like, the Nintendo press conference is like, oh, here's a new franchise you don't really see, and it's a zombie game. I'm like, oh, even Nintendo has a zombie IP now. Yep. Oh, I cringed so hard. I was like,
hey, the game, it looks fantastic.
I like the concept of, like, you only have one life, but it's still like I'm still tired of zombies.
Yeah,
I've been saying that for months.
It should have been
High five,
Aliens.
Tekken.
It should have been Aliens. Even though that's tired as well.
You know what we need? We need more Western games.
There should have been, like, an underwater thing where it's like underwater creatures and shit. Man,
that would be cool. But, like, I loved Red Dead Redemption so much, and we need some more cowboy Western games in modern consoles. That was so much fun. Like, I've been wanting to go back and replay Red Dead Redemption 2. Like, I wish they would make a sequel to Red Dead Redemption where you get to play as, you know, who you play as at the end of Red Dead Redemption. That would be cool. That would be really cool.
Oh, man. But yeah, like, I would say, like, what was I going to say? Basically, like, the whole, like, I said this, like, a while back when we were talking about, like, the stuff that's making us, or what was it I said? Was it the gaming cliches or something that we're sick of, or as, like, military shooters just in general, like Medal of Honor and Battlefield and Call of Duty and, like, the Ghost Recon. I guess Ghost Recon is not full, like, first person, but, like every time I see a first person, like, military shooter, like Spec Ops Across the Line, it's like, it doesn't bother me if the game is in first person, if it's, like, set in a different setting with different enemies and, like, different enemy types. But if it is, like, the same thing as Call of Duty, where it's just, like, it's not, I mean, I'm not going to say it's, like, a carbon copy, but it's, like, it's trying to be Call of Duty, so it's, like, every time I see a game like that, it's just me, like, cringing at the publisher, like, why did you have to go there? And, like, okay, I guess I see what they did, since they just, like, want to make money, but it's, like, you're not really trying to, like, make something new and different, so that's why, like, when Sony had that, like, point in their conference when they were talking about Journey is so awesome, and we have all these other digital games coming in, it's like, yeah, that's, like, the one bright spot is, like, all the cool digital stuff that comes out that's, like, completely different from, like, the disc-based stuff, because, like, they can take more risks and, like, be completely different, as opposed to, oh, here's another one, we're just gonna milk the trend until it's dead, so, yeah. but then like they, of course, like since like Sony's like the game that they like brought out to show was like Beyond, they kind of just like won in my book, and like they closed it with like The Last of which were like two really different games. So I'm like, yeah, Sony. So they won in E3 in my book. I was like, F Nintendo, because like I'm not even gonna go there. Just like the mishandling of like the Wii U and misinformation, but that was such a blunder. It's like Microsoft and Sony didn't show any new hardware, and like they have this moment to just like recapture the audience. They keep saying they're not going to get back. It's like they should just give up with like trying to recapture the hardcore and just pander to the casuals and like say, hey, we have awesome first party games, and not worry about third party support, because like it's just gonna be like what happened with the Wii again, where it's like, oh, there's some awesome games that are kind of awesome, but yeah, not too far, too few in between, so whatever.
So I'm assuming you're not going to get Batman Arkham City Armored Edition?
I don't know, gamer. See, that's the weird thing is like I was listening to an interview, or I saw this interview with like one of the dudes, and he was like, it's 5 times, or like he said something weird where like the area map or the game area is like 5 times larger than like the version of Arkham City that we have now, and I was like, okay, but is it going to be like, what are they going to add in that's, or it's like basically, are they going to add anything new and that's like really awesome and worth playing? Because I love me some Arkham City. I played it like 4 times, or played it through 4 times, so I could see a 5th or 6th or whatever. So same thing with Mass Effect 3. It's like I've already played it 4 times. I've already played through it 5 times.
I don't think that for me it doesn't make sense why they have Mass Effect 3 on the Wii U. It's like,
yeah, I agree. That's weird.
Who's going to start with 3?
It's like, why start with the final part of the trilogy? It's
So
like,
are they going to do something like what they did for Mass Effect 2 and PC, where they're just going to create a visual novel for Wii U or something?
They gotta.
I know, right? What
That'd
are
be
they going to do?
Nintendo, they've clearly lost their minds.
I wouldn't say that. Well,
I don't think they've lost it. They just, I mean,
This is
the highlight
it's
was
so
the only
crazy.
highlight for me was Pikmin 3. Like, are you kidding me?
But the whole Wii U thing, it's crazy. They're putting this 3rd generation, whatever, 6th generation console in at the end of the 6th generation console.
I think people, rather than look at it as a console, should just look at it as a toy. For something they're going to bring out for like 3 games or something, and that's it. But to put it as a console, I don't know. I wouldn't put my hopes on it.
Well, like I said, I think they've lost their minds, and they just want to lose money.
Because what was our first party game for it? Super Mario, New Super Mario Brothers.
yeah, you.
2? Oh yeah, you. Oh, that was stupid. What? God. They're adding a U to everything.
Yeah.
God, really?
Well, they added a Wii to everything on the Wii.
Yeah. But
Super Mario Brothers Wii.
See, that's the other depressing part for me is like Galaxy is such a superior game to the new Super Mario Brothers games, but like they're still better because they're 2D and like they're easier to get into for the casual fans. So it's like it just burns me in my heart every time I look at the sales numbers. It's like, oh, New Super Mario Brothers has outsold New Super Mario Brothers Wii outsold Super Mario Galaxy like by like 2 to 1 or something ridiculous. It's like,
What's the price of the Galaxy games now?
I know one is 20 because it's Flex. I'm not sure about Galaxy 2.
I think Galaxy 2 is still 50. Damn, or whatever. They never drop, man.
I've got a Wii. I have a Wii. Ashley has a Wii, and that's like the only game because like I don't think I ever really played the Nintendo 64. And the last Mario game was Super Mario Brothers on Super Nintendo, or Super Mario World. That's it, Super Mario World. That was the last Mario game I played. And I mean,
Terrafox.
I don't know what the deal is.
I think you're getting cut off, dude.
What was the last thing I said that you heard me say?
Something about
last
Super
time you
Mario
played.
World being the last Super Mario game you've ever
Yeah,
played.
essentially that was the last game that I played for Mario, and I was like, okay, I think I'm done.
Oh, that's too bad. 64 is pretty awesome. But yeah, Monkey King 1969 had a comment for us about our get reactions to Nintendo. He's like, "You guys seem to have talked yourselves out of buying the system, and I can't say you're wrong. I just don't see third parties supporting the Wii U pad functions unless all three consoles start using touchscreens on their controllers. That's the real question. Who will follow Nintendo's concept of a controller with a touchscreen? The answer is likely nobody else. The common input is a joypad with 2 sticks, D-pad, and 8 to 10 buttons. Unless the most common control changes, there is no reason to change games." Which I think is like, yeah, I think it's just going to be like a repeat of Wii 1.0 and like, or Wii, I'm sorry, the Wii, and basically it's like really weird because like they've even like, well, I guess I can't remember since I'm trying to like put it out of my memory of like how hyped up I was for like third party support to be. Oh man, people are just gonna jump on board the Wii development and blah blah blah. That's probably before like the sales exploded and like everyone was like trying to get like games on there to like sell. But it's like I don't think it's gonna, or I think it's gonna like be the same thing where it was like, oh well, Wii games are doing awesome. For third party games, not so much, and just eat the leftovers third party developers because they don't want your games that are on there. They just want to play Nintendo games. Like, I want to play Wii Sports, or I want to buy Wii Sports when they walk into GameStop. Oh, you have to buy a Wii with that. Oh, okay. Or whatever. RPG said that one time. That was funny.
Yay.
And then he also had a comment, Monkey King 1969, he also had a comment about our gut reaction to the Sony press conference, joking about the end of the world stuff with The Last of Us. He's like, even without an apocalypse, I find myself wanting to jump people and choking them out if they even look at the bunch of supermarket bananas I'm looking at. Sure, there are other bananas I could take, but the ones that lady is driving, which are the yellowest, and just 4, not 6, worldwide crisis or not, I want those damn bananas. But yeah, last time, or since we didn't really record a EA and Ubisoft thing, I guess I kind of went over this earlier, but I just want to like reiterate the whole good job Ubisoft, like my hat off to you for your awesome games that you showcased, because Rayman Legends, that was Tiger 5, you need to watch that video because it is like it is like a synesthesia like you're playing the game but there's music going and like your platforming is like tied to the music, and like the dude that was doing it was like perfect. And it was like in sync with like the beat, and there's like this cool like guitar riff and like drums, and like the way they did that was awesome. However, I'm like hoping I don't have to play the Wii U version to like have it be that awesome, because it was like a dude helping him on the Wii U while he was playing to like make these platforms or something, and yeah, I'm sure you can do it like without that, but it's like the way they showed it was pretty awesome. It was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So
I want it on the PSV. They did Rayman Origins on the PSV, then they can put this on the PSV. Because it's got a touchpad on the back, so...
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, wow, that was awesome. The whole platforming music game, like, explosion of like 2 awesome things I like. I was like, wow, Ubisoft, that was Gamer Show.
Ubisoft is just making me love them more and more as the years go by.
Yeah, they are the most creative, I guess.
They take risks.
Yep.
Yeah, we said that in the pre-E3, like they're like the only, well, not the only, but like they're one of the big, the big Uber publisher that like takes risks as opposed to EA and Activision who play it safe.
Yeah, Red Steel, that was a big risk.
Hey, shut up, Tiger Fox.
All right.
Raving Rabbids was also a like weird Wii game that they like. Sure, it came out on PS2 as well, but like that was an interesting.
Never played it.
Franchise.
It was a great new IP though. Rabbids.
Oh, and the Blob as well. I think it's Ubisoft. No, it's THQ. Never mind. And then like, yeah, I'm trying to like think of something to say about EA that's like positive, so I can like stop saying like, oh.
Most Wanted looked good.
That was weird. Like when I saw that, because like they were showing like the dude was doing takedowns. I was like, oh, it's like Burnout and Need for Speed combined. But see, it's weird because
he was almost caught too. I was like, holy shit, this dude sucks.
In my mind, I was like, why don't they just make it Burnout? But then I was like, well, if they made Burnout and Need for Speed every other. Well, I think the thing is like well, that's like the 2 points. Is like A, it would cannibalize the sales of like Need for Speed if they're in the same year, and B, like it's not as like valid as a brand as Need for Speed is, so they just put Criterion on that, so it makes more sense. You can stick Need for Speed on the box and you can still, man, we got this, yeah.
It's like it's on and off with Need for Speed with EA. It's like they have like Hot Pursuit, and the next year they have The Run, like ugh. And then now they have like Most Wanted again.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, just stick with like one developer. I think they did close Black Box though, so or they laid off a lot of people, but it's like stick with at least a decent developer or not. I mean, Black Box was a good developer, but the games were kind of shit.
I think that's because they got away from like what. Yeah, that's just
it was great in concept. It's like race across the states, like that's great concept, but then
it's like
kind of execution was wrong.
I think like the whole thing we're talking about like that one time is like you tried to like implant like story elements into a racing game, and like there's not very much to draw from besides there's cars that go fast. So what can we call from to make an awesome or try to make an awesome game? It's like you end up
the Fast and the Furious movies.
Yeah, and then like all the games feel like that when you play them. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Tyler. I was going to say
sorry that we didn't see Road Rash at E3. That game needs to be made, dang it. I'll shut up now.
I was going to say, like, they should have just, like, stuck with, like, the Need for Speed Undercover games for that, and then, like, made that, like, a every other year thing. Or, like, that, they should, like, they should have just, like, stuck with, like, one of their things that they had for going for Need for Speed, like just stuck with like the Underground or stuck with the what was the one?
Hot Pursuit?
No, the Unleashed. Yeah, like the like franchises that they like the new ones.
Oh, Shift?
Oh yeah, Shift. Yeah, like just like the sim but not too sim. So
I think Shift 2 bombed though.
I like those games too.
But yeah, EA, and the dude Demo Crisis 3, oh my god, seriously, dude. Did you see that part where he got stuck on a fucking, like, staircase or something? And he was getting shot at, then he was trying to turn around. Of course, he's using a controller, so he's, like, super slow. It's like, oh, dude, this is why you should play PC games.
This is not what you want.
He wasn't showing the Crisis gameplay that I like. It's like... He's just playing like a straight up shooter. It's like, oh, this is not how you play Crisis.
I guess I gotta say, like, Medal of Honor, I like what they did where it's like, because that was like my rag on like all the military shooters, is that like they're all like, oh, it's about the nukes and the Russians, where like this time it's like actually like real world scenarios of like, you're going to like hotspots around the world of like real military groups from other countries to like take down bad dudes. That's pretty cool.
I like their multiplayer. It's like how it's different groups.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like military
SAS
people all over the world, rather than just having two factions.
Yeah.
So
it's like the Canadian military, the European military, it's like it had all their names in the trailer. I was like, oh, that's what they're called. I had no idea.
But that was pretty much it, right? EA.
There's like
they came out with the Old Republic. I felt so sorry with the dude. It's like we had the best launch of all MMOs.
Yep.
And that's all he could say. It's like, sorry, dude. Release it on PSN for free to play.
I don't know if this game would translate to the PSN that well. This is definitely a game you need a keyboard and mouse for. Because there's too many hotbars.
Abilities, yeah.
There's like
and
20...
you have like 4 hotbars.
Yeah, there are 4 of them. So
I was like, 40. Gaining skills. I'm like, holy shit, there's like 2 hotbars on the sides, 2 hotbars on the bottom. There's a hotbar for my sidekicks. Like, oh, Jesus.
Yep. So 40, essentially 50 different things. You got to be able to use Control 0 and Control 1 through 0 and an equal sign.
They could, make the story into an actual game. Oh, did you guys see Star Wars 1313?
No, I did not.
I saw the few seconds that they showed.
It looks good on a PC.
Well, that's the thing, is like graphically, yes. Gameplay-wise, it looks just like any other cover-based shooter.
Yeah, it looks like Uncharted.
Star Wars skin on it.
I mean, that will be like Tiger Fox's peanut butter and jelly thing.
Oh yeah, I will.
Okay. Let me let me simmer down your expectations there a bit. 'Cause, like, let's just remember, Force Unleashed 1 and 2. Okay, especially 2. It's like all these cool like pre-rendered cutscenes before it comes out, like to get you pumped about like Star Killer versus Darth Vader, blah blah blah. Game comes out, it's a turd. So it's like I have like no faith in LucasArts at this point to be like, oh man, that 90 seconds of awesome gameplay. Oh, I can't wait. It's gonna be the rest of the game is gonna be that awesome. Yeah.
They did say they revamped their development team because remember they laid off a bunch of people after Force Unleashed 2 shipped.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll be good. Because I mean that was the thing with Force Unleashed.
They've got nowhere to go but up.
I don't know. They could go lower because Force Unleashed 2 looked really good when it was on last. Was it last year? Was it last year or 2 years ago? At E3, I was like, "Oh man, this looks so good!" And then it came out, and it's like, 4 hours long. It had even in those 4 hours, it reuses planets. Like, oh geez, really? But then I don't know, because it looks so good. The motion blur. Exactly facial.
I remember Star Wars Force Unleashed 2. You're not going to give me a good LucasArts. Sorry.
Stop saying these bad things. I've still yet to finish Force Unleashed 1.
You know, 1 is better. For sure.
Okay.
At least that's 10 hours long.
Well, I've got both games, so Force Unleashed 2 I've yet to unwrap.
Oh man.
I got a Black Friday deal on it. I think I got it for $4 or something. So $1 an hour, I'm happy with that.
I don't know. That was pretty bad. I'd rather play Jedi Power Battles again. That was if you play it now, it's terrible. But I would rather play that instead. At least I get to kill people in one swipe. Jeez.
Yep.
Man, it looked good.
Okay.
Yeah, dude.
I'm still going to be looking forward to it. I'm a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah, that was a weird thing. Like, it was weird. Like, this E3, I had a completely different approach to, like, past E3s where it's, like, I would look up a ton of info on everything. I was just, like... Because I remember, like, last year I did that, and then, like, I ended up getting too much information about stuff, so I was like, okay, if it's not being shown or whatever, I'm just not going to, like, worry about, like, watching a live demo or, seeing as many games as I can, because, like, I remember that would, like, have a bad impact of, like, me knowing too much about a game before it comes out, and, like, that happened with Dishonored, and I was like, you know what, F it, I'm just, like, not going to look at any more footage of any more games and like let stuff come out and surprise me, and then I'll be like more excited and happy that way. Because I remember last year it was like just wall-to-wall coverage of like trying to look up stuff and like just it backfired. So
I was disappointed in the live demos because like I was hoping that like in The Last of Us, let's say they would do a different route, but then they would just show a video. It's like, oh, really? Like the only game that was remarkable, they did something different for each live demo, was Dishonored. That was great. I can't wait for that game.
Yeah. Man.
It's like Hitman /
they're stealthy
Bioshock / Thief or something. It's like, oh shit, stealthy. Oh, so good. You could be a freaking rat or a fish. That is awesome, man. It's like, what's that game for Nintendo that came out?
Oh, Geist.
Yeah, Geist. Oh, can't wait.
It's actually interesting because, like, it doesn't seem like there's anything that's getting like a ton of buzz, like compared to Bioshock 3 last year, where everybody's just like gushing all over it.
Yeah. Well, because everything was a known quantity. That was the problem. It was like,
oh yeah.
That was the thing with this. This year's E3 showed me is like, E3's no more announcement extravaganza. Because, like, all my predictions were straight up wrong. I never got anything right. It was like, oh, shit, this is really... It's not bad, this is that... it's not for us, but it's like... If they're not announcing anything new, then I'll just watch the live shows, and that's pretty much it. It's like, if you're not going to announce anything or show off like a new demo of a game I'm anticipating, like Last Guardian, it's like, ugh, kind of rough.
That's why I was so happy for like Beyond to actually be there. It was like, yes, thank you, Sony. Like,
and even though it wasn't the cyberpunk futuristic Blade Runner-esque type of game we were expecting, but man, did you see the 20-minute demo or something?
Nope. I'm saving myself for the full version when it comes out.
It's like Heavy Rain sequel done right. It looks good, at least. The gameplay is like different.
Yeah, just like
I like it.
That and The Last of Us just like proves Chapticles like when he's always saying, "We like our 360s, but we love our PS3s," because there's no
360. They showed okay.
From their conference, really, was there anything like on that level?
Halo 4 looked good, even though it was kind of like bait and switch. It's like their cinematics look good, but then when you go to the actual game, it looks kind of, standard. You know what I mean? Because like the cinematics, they look out of this world. Like, wow, textures are great, lighting is great, and then it switches to the game. It's like, oh, just standard jungle, like in any other game. Then like they have these enemies that are the Forerunners that are not organic. They're somewhat mechanical, I guess. But then they have blades and they could teleport, and you could see them teleport. Like the only cool thing is when Master Chief tossed a grenade and like the thing tossed it back. That was cool. But then you then realize the second time you see it, oh, it's just gonna toss it back, so I'm just gonna shoot it before it tosses it back. So where's the fun in that? I don't know. And my God, Cortana cannot shut up. Did you see the gameplay? It's like, oh, Chief, over there. Oh, Chief, there's a radio transmission coming in. Shut up. And then they made her like a visual thing on your, like, sometimes she'll pop up on the visual. It's like, why did that happen? She's just a voice in my head. Why does she have to show up on my HUD? That makes no sense. She's already inside my head. It's like, why even do I need to see her?
Gamer's supposed to be saying games are like awesome, and like you went from like praising it.
It was okay. It was, but then my expectations, like they were showing the screenshots, or like saying, "Oh, this is the best looking Halo ever," and just looking like a generic Halo game. It's like, what's the difference? Nothing.
Oh man, I just thought about like I'm not gonna say what I just said, but yeah, like, is there anything else you would say besides Halo 4 Gamer was like?
Tomb Raider looked awkward.
I meant like first party, like, oh, this could be
first party
on 360.
Was there any first party to Microsoft, except for like Microsoft Smart Glass?
That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm saying.
They had some XBLA Deadlight that looked good. I like that. It looked really good for Summer of Arcade. It looked promising. That's pretty much it, first party wise. Because the smart glass thing, I've already seen that technology with.
I think we should not waste any time on this episode talking about smart glass.
I've seen it before, done before. It's like it's nothing new. I don't understand why they're hyping it up.
Because they had nothing else to show.
Because it was on Tron Legacy. They had this thing like, oh, you watch the movie, you see something on your tablet. What do you do? I wonder, like, the most interesting application I would see it happening is if you're playing the game, or like a second time, you want to see some commentary. You just go to your tablet or something. That would be great. That's pretty much it. Like behind the scenes, that would be a great application for. But that's pretty much it. But yeah, Sony first party, okay. They spent. I was like, oh my God, they're gonna play a match of All Stars.
Oh yeah.
3 minutes.
That was a bad demo.
Standing there, watching them play. Oh, we're gonna announce 2 new characters that were leaked a day before. Oh.
Nathan Drake. And some other jerk off.
Big Daddy.
What's a Big Daddy?
Bioshock.
With the
I've never played Bioshock.
Oh, you never played?
Yeah.
It's this big marina-looking dude
Yeah.
with scuba gear.
Okay.
Great character. I was kind of disappointed with Beyond because I already saw the leaked screenshots before the Sony press. I was like, shit, really?
I was happy to see Nathan Drake. I was like, this game looks like it could be fun. Maybe.
They need a lot. Because I thought they're going to... Basically, they said, when we announced that Michael campaign, we're like, we're going to make something cool. And then they show the game. It's like, oh my god, are all these characters they showed in the commercial going to be in this game? We don't know.
Maybe not.
Like, what? That would be crazy. That would be great. But no.
I like this, the Reality Fighters game on PSV, where you can import your face. It is pretty cool.
I guess that's going to be my question, because I didn't see any or a lot of PSV games that were like, oh man, I really want to get one now. It's like that was my one.
They scrolled over it. They didn't announce really anything for it.
I mean outside of the press conference though.
There was a ton. Yeah, there was a couple games for it. What's that? Sound Shapes.
Well, that's coming to PS3 though.
No, it's not.
I thought it was.
I don't think so.
Oh, I guess I'll look it up.
What were the other games Tiger Fox?
I don't know.
What's that game from Mega Man creator Inafune? Souls.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, Soul something's like Monster Hunter, but looking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. That game.
Dagger just went, what?
That game looks good. That's coming out. That's coming out here.
Yeah.
For a while, I was like, oh my god, it's just not coming over.
I might have to get that Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation.
Oh, Liberation. Man, I hope it's not as bad as the Bloodlines for PSP.
Nah.
I hope it's as good. Because what I've been reading, it's fantastic. It's very different from Assassin's Creed, the console versions. So hopefully Liberation, it's actually... oh, god damn it. I'm always wrong. Oh man, that's great. Okay. But yeah, hopefully Liberation comes out awesome. Because I like main character, man. That's great. She's a female.
Yeah. That's already an A+ in your book.
She's a female and she's black. That's great.
And she's an assassin.
I know, right?
Was she what was she wearing? Was she wearing kind of Native American digs?
She was wearing that normal assassin.
Parody swashbuckly.
Yeah, she was swashbuckly. That was cool.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the other reason I was waiting for or that's the other reason I passed on the Vita purchase is because I knew that bundle was coming out. It's like the color Vita I want. And I'll just wait for the awesome bundle.
I was like, F you, Sony. At least that during launch.
I like mine. I bought a case for mine, so I can't really see it. But I got this. It's like metallic blue hard shell case for my PSV, and it's nice.
I love white.
Yeah, the white's cool.
White is so good looking. Not saying black is bad, just
Yeah.
White.
I like the black one because it matches my PS3. And like most of my furniture.
Wow, they announced Call of Duty Declassified, but they didn't even show 1 ounce of footage.
I know, that's...
They said, it's coming out this fall. I was
like, hey, lightning striking the tip of your... Call of Duty coming out. Woohoo!
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I'm wondering how big that will be. That'll show if dual sticks on a handheld actually matters.
It does matter. Did you Resistance was pretty good.
No, I mean as far as stills go for a shooter that's high AAA.
Oh, I doubt it. AAA.
I'll buy it.
Really?
What was it? Black Ops 2?
If they have a bundle like Black Ops 2 with the classified, maybe.
Yeah. I'd like to play it. I never finished.
For it.
I never played the campaign of Call of Duty Black Ops. That was like the first time I'd never played the campaign of a shooter and just went straight into multiplayer. But yeah, I'd get this declassified if it's good, you know. We'll see. I played Unit 13 on the PSV and I was not blown away. The controls felt a little too loose. So, I don't know. Why is it so quiet?
Oh, I was just trying to think of something to discuss outside of like the press conference
People
stuff.
are listening to us. And you're making them listen to silence.
Are they? We were so wrong. The predictions. We were so wrong.
That's so bad of us.
Like, I was really disappointed in the God of War Ascension. It's like, they just showed us a sequence of him just beating up dudes. It's like, no context whatsoever. Like, when does this take place? I know they did say it takes place before God of War 1, but it's like...
I dug it.
Does it take place before Chains of Olympus, or... what's the other PSP game? Jesus Christ. Ghost of Sparta?
Ghost of Sparta, yeah.
It's like, those are prequels already to... God of War 2? I think? I don't know. And I'm really confused. Like, where does it take place? Like, it looks great, I gotta say, but I think they're getting a bit too graphic in terms of killing people. Or killing goat people.
Yeah, man, it is.
Or the elephant with the
gory
brains coming out. It's like, really? The
I
elephant's
felt
already
so
dead.
bad.
The elephant's already dead. You have to like, rip open its skull and show its brain.
I felt so sad for Elephant Man. I was like, he's an elephant. He's in pain. Why are you doing this? Kratos, you're not a nice guy. You're a jerk.
So you're saying that's where the line is at, gamer, with the whole brain matter?
It's not a line. It's just that how far are they willing to take it? Like, are they gonna have an actual sex scene this time? Because like some of those kills, man, he just chopped off the legs and like, oh, you want your brains, elephant guy? Yeah. Like, you know, why not just show an actual sex scene? Like, I don't go the other way with your like gratuity.
No, they're just gonna get to the point where they're gonna have like a fully formed, body, and then it's just gonna show you ripping apart every bit of the flesh and guts and stuff until there's just a skeleton standing.
Or it's gonna be like he's gonna, I don't know. I could think of so many things like he could do. Is like, because they already showed him ripping off a guy's head. So what else can they do? They're gonna take his like Kratos digging into a guy's like insides and like taking it out and then strangling with it or something.
Yeah, I'm surprised they haven't made somebody get strangled by their own intestines.
Man, I don't know.
Oh, speaking of awesome PSN games, I just remembered Unfinished Swan. So yeah.
Yep.
Plus another one right there for Sony. Yeah.
And yeah.
Did you see anything that excited you on the or did you see that 3DS conference thing, gamer?
Yeah. Oh god, I was like, kill me. When they did not announce Professor Layton for the 3DS, I was like, fuck you, Nintendo. God. So disappointed. It's like they showed Luigi, which is great, looks great, and then they showed
I thought the Mickey game and Castlevania looked good.
Castlevania looked okay. It looked kind of rough though for a 3D.
Yeah, I was just glad to get another one. I was like, yay, yeah. Castlevania.
At least it's 2D.
And I thought it was cool that it tied into the last one on
Lord of Shadow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lord of Shadow.
I haven't played it yet. Now I want to go out and play it so I can get the story connection.
But there's Castle Evolution was kind of a disappointment for me because I looked at the screenshot, I was like, oh shit, this is great. Like SNES Genesis returns, but then you see the animation, it's so framey. Maybe my nostalgia glasses are tinted or something, but that looked, animation-wise, it looked pretty bad. Because maybe I got so used to the way Vanillaware does their animation, but it looked rough animation-wise. But it looked good. It was a classic gameplay.
Yeah, that's all that mattered to me.
Hopefully, it'll be good. But then, what were the other games for 3DS?
There's a Mario one. There's that Scribblenauts one.
Yeah, Mario was weird. How they emphasize, it's all about the gold coins.
I don't like that.
Oh, really? It's not about the platforming? That was a neat touch that he was the Midas. Like, if you get the gold, gold flower or something, you become Midas, and anything you touch will turn to gold. That was kind of fun. But then, how long is it gonna last? Like, it'll be fun for the first time you use it. Then, like, second time it's not gonna be that fun.
I'm just glad they brought back the raccoon suit. So that's all I need. Yeah. I saw that and I was like, day one.
I was kind of like, it's a solid lineup for 3DS, but I was like, really, Professor Layton, really? Really hoping for Professor Layton. Nothing. Well, at least they showed Kingdom Hearts. That's coming out soon.
Oh, that Paper Mario, that looks good.
Mario creator Miyamoto would love to make a FPS.
Yeah, sounds crazy.
That's crazy.
But is Paper Mario a new game or a port of the old game?
I haven't played the old one, so I think it's a new one.
I thought they were supposed to make a port of the old one like they did with Ocarina of Time, but that never came anywhere.
Now
I think it's a new game. The Sticker... Yeah. What's it called? Sticker Paradise?
Sticker Star.
Sticker Star. Oh, my God. I love how they're adding subtitles to all the 3DS titles, like Luigi's Mansion, something. Corny.
Pasta
Dark
Party.
Moon. It's Dark Moon.
Dark Moon. Like, really?
Spoiled
Does it say
tomato.
it's going to be a werewolf or something? But yeah. It's kind of lackluster for 3DS and Vita.
I don't know. I like most of the 3DS games we just mentioned.
I like them, but it's like, where's my Professor Layton? They announced it for the Japanese launch, and it was out there. It's like, where is it? I think they don't give a shit anymore. Honestly,
I know. I kind of feel like that when they showed the nondescript action figure. It's like they're just pandering to the fanboys. It's like, why is this even in here? What the that was weird. Or like when Reggie was like, my body was ready at the conference.
I can't believe you said that.
Let it out.
I was like, wow, he actually said it. Now he just needs to see Not My Problem, so.
Wait, now what?
Not My Problem. That's another meme of Reggie. He has the look on his face where it's like he's holding up two hands in the air. Oh, you should see that picture. It's hilarious. But yeah. It was a low-key... Like, everyone won, in my opinion, but it's like some won less than others.
Yeah, to me it was like the lack of
rights.
The lack of Connect at Microsoft's thing was like what was it called? What did I call it?
A confirmation?
I forgot. But I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they showed was that Racketeer, right? The Angry Birds clone.
Yeah.
That was weird. I don't know. Like she was flailing, and then this bomb, and then she was like doing these motions, like.
I remember what I was gonna say. It's basically just like their moment of surrender of like, yeah, we can't make core games with this device, so we don't have any.
No, well, they showed a trailer for Fable the Journey,
which they showed last year, and we have no idea.
As a demo, which is weird because like it went backwards. They showed a demo last year, and now this year they're just showing a trailer. That's weird. Usually it's the other way around. But yeah, Connect is like, I don't know, because like they sold a lot. They sold what? I've heard they sold 16 million of Connects, and like they're not doing anything with it, really, except for voice command.
Well, gamer, if you haven't noticed,
really, that was their
Dance
big
Central 3 says hi, and the Nike game say hi, because you can only do Dance and Fitness games.
Man, that Nike
Connect.
game.
That's pretty much it. Sorry.
It's like Microsoft saying, third parties, screw you. We'd look in our game, Nike Fitness Plus. Which basically just looks like the Ubisoft game, only with Nike. A Nike name on it.
That's actually weird. Like when you think about it, it's like Ubisoft like pulled back on Kinect games, and like went all in on Wii U.
I know they were all in last year, which is weird.
It must not have paid off.
Well, they haven't. It's like I haven't seen anybody. Well, I haven't looked, but I haven't seen anyone talk about the Kinect features in Ghost Recon after the disaster last year. Or the guy who did the Minority Report, like, oh, hard.
Yeah, the reverse clap or the hand. That was really weird. Or the boob grab. That's what I was calling it. Yes, the boob grab.
You call it the boob grab. Man, yeah, probably they just like, wow, this is not working. It's a waste of R&D. Just drop it. But I mean, I think, yeah, Just Dance was a good. Man, that was weird. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I think.
There's like Usher for what do you call that?
Microsoft.
What's our Dance Central 3?
Yeah.
And then they have Usher just do a performance. So it does this have anything to do with the game just because he's in it? And then like at Ubisoft they had the hip hop artist come on board for Just Dance 3. It's like, huh. Okay, that's weird.
Well, for Kinect though, I mean not for Kinect, but like for Dance Central, it was because his choreography is going to be in the game that you can dance to.
Yeah.
Whereas
that's nothing new.
Whereas Just Dance 4, I guess like that song is going to be in the game, but I wouldn't know because I don't play those games. So, but those dancers are pretty hot, so I was happy.
Yeah, sorry, we're just ranting.
Yeah, you guys, yeah.
Yeah. Well, so this is ended with here. What is your game of the show?
I'll say, jeez. Let's see. I'll give it to The Last of Us since Beyond was not played. So yeah.
I'm going to give it to Beyond because that looked amazing to me. Just amazing. And depressing.
It was a weird thing where it's like David Cage, we had the best actress, and then like the cinematic was just her staring at nothing.
Yeah, Ellen Page is looking at me, and I'm like, okay, whatever. That's cool. You use a really good actress. That's groovy. Just let's see the game.
Yeah, I was pissed. I was like, show something. You're just like talking like, this is not good for a press conference to show what the game is about.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's for thematically, it's great, but then
the animation was amazing. That's all I'm going to say about that. Yeah. I was like, wow, this is gorgeous. Like, it makes Heavy Rain look
it makes it look like shit,
like crap.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm like,
especially the facial
you guys
animation.
have upped the game right here. The facial animation, how it matched the voicing. Oh man, I was just
the eyes.
Yeah.
The eyes, shit.
So yeah, I have high hopes for this game.
Yep.
And I hope it's not as depressing as Heavy Rain was, because Heavy Rain put me in a very dark place.
I have to echo Tiger Fox. Beyond was my game of the show. With Last of Us, a really close second. Because that thing was so tense, that firefight, and that's just one firefight in the entire game. Oh man, the game's gonna be great.
Yeah, after I saw you had a health bar and like no more regenerating health bullshit, I was like, hell yes. And like you had so little ammo, and I was like, oh yes.
Seeing
and then like when you go into the radial menus, how it's like it's real time, and you're like, holy crap, I gotta get it out. So,
I love how the partner reacts to what's happening to you as well. It's like, oh, you got shot. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Like, that's new. That for me, that's something new I've never seen before.
Yeah, it's way better than Sheva being all like, "Oh, here's an herb."
Let me sell your ammo.
It's like are you not gonna have any emotional reaction to what just happened? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, are we done I guess.
I believe so.
Alrighty, I guess that's it for this episode. We'll be back next week or whenever. And
Next
stuff.
week. Let's shoot for next week.
Hopefully.
So you can visit us online at aimlesspodcasts.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook. We're still on Formspring.
And YouTube.
YouTube. We're all over the internets. Just look up Aimless Podcasts. That's with an S. It's plural. Podcast with an S. So check us out.
You have any,
That's Try Optical.
anything to say, gamer?
No, just don't send me any spam on my PSN because I already got one. I was like, what the hell is this?
Awesome.
Have you got any of you gotten those spam messages like, oh, give this to 35 more people?
Oh yeah, I've gotten a bunch of them.
I got
PS.
yeah. I hate the ones about Call of Duty where it's like if you blah 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 you'll get blah blah blah.
Like I don't understand why even put the effort into spamming people. Like no one's gonna look at it.
Yeah, don't.
Honest people, man. If one of you actually falls for it, I feel sorry for you. Because I was sent by what? I was sent a spam email by Kevin Butler. I was like, oh man, Kevin Butler, no way. Can't be true. But yeah. Don't spam me.
Alright, so I guess that's it for this episode. So until next time, this is Aimless Podcast, and we're now signing off.
Just another quiet day.